Thanks for joining us for WSLS 10 at 6. After exposing lead levels far exceeding federal guidelines in the city's drinking water, Virginia Tech students are about to return to Flint, Michigan.
And the water crisis now has the attention of the federal government, which has vowed to help. However, Virginia Tech is still leading the way. WSLS 10's Dawn Jeffries joins us in the studio. So, Dawn, what's next?
Well, what's next, John, is to see how far Flint has come in the last 6 months or so. When it comes to fixing the problem Virginia Tech professor Mark Edwards exposed. Today, it meant packaging up hundreds of kits that will be used to test the water again.
It's like moving day. Nearly a dozen Virginia Tech students, part of the Flint water team, label and pack bottles bound for Michigan to retest the city's water.
This test is very, very important because it's the only data, legitimate data, that was collected at the time that children were getting elevated blood lead from the water.
3 samples will be taken from each of 271 homes, the same homes tested last August where toxic levels of lead were found.
Doing this home-by-home comparison is critical to understanding how much better the situation is now. And we think it is much, much better, but you don't know for sure until you sample.
Detailed sampling will begin in early March. Dr. Mark Edwards, who's leading the team, expects to see improvement since the change from Flint River to Detroit water, and corrosion control measures were put in place.
Based on the science and our prior experiments, we really expect it to be about three to four times better.
But that doesn't necessarily mean safe.
What we're trying to see is whether Flint is meeting the same lousy law that the rest of us have. And that's what, I'd be satisfied with. I'd like to see us do better than that, but they weren't being protected by federal law for 18 months.
This week, the Environmental Protection Agency announced water filters put in homes are working.
And if we find out it's not safe, we're going to have to wait, keep people protected by water filters and bottled water until we get confidence that this situation is back under control.
A massive undertaking as a city and now federal government works to reverse the damage done to its people and pipes.
They have a plan to do it right, and I would hope that they follow that to make Flint a model city to learn how to do this across the United States. Because as you know, everybody's suddenly become aware that, we have all these lead pipes out there.
Edwards says he supports removing the lead pipes in Flint. It would mean a big investment and one he says has to be done right, because if you cut up pipes, you could potentially put lead back in homes. In the studio, Dawn Jeffries, WSLS 10.